So we're going to go through and talk about contentment and how we find contentment. I'm going to go through 3 steps that I think I've used quite frequently over the years and tried to use for other people who are trying to find contentment. To find, I think, an element of happiness, because I think that when we're content, we feel more happy, right? So we're going to go through these 3 steps that really make up or create contentment in our lives, right? So just as a reminder, this is the last show until Monday week, because I'm away next week. So there is no shows next week. I will put some content out, but there will be no live shows, okay? So let's get on with it. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I'm your host, James Borman. If you are coming through, then please do let me know. So let's just make sure this is up. Cool. All right. So contentment. I think that's what we're all searching for, really. I think we're looking for that contentment. And contentment to everybody will mean something different. So if you're coming through, put what your thoughts are on contentment. So contentment for me is feeling like everything is enough. So when you're going through your life or your career or your health, you just kind of feel like everything you're doing is at the level that you're happy with. So yeah, I'm just content with this path and this journey that I'm on right now. Okay. And I feel like when we're not content, that's when we can't become unhappy or disjointed or disconnected from the mission that we're trying to achieve. That's my version of contentment. So the 3 ingredients that I would recommend anyone to be able to implement into their lives to get contentment is, number 1, I wrote these down, start recognizing your wins. So I think for a lot of people, contentment comes because they don't recognize their wins. And because they don't recognise their wins, they think that they're failing all of the time. And because they think they're failing all of the time, they feel like they have to show up at a higher level than probably they're capable of, or an unsustainable way of showing up. So it's like this vicious circle where we go round and we go round and we go round, okay? So, but if we took the time to recognise some of the things that we're doing that are improving the way that we live our life, I think that we would feel more content. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples. So, for example, if you go to the gym 3 times a week and you do 3 20-minute workouts, and you've been doing that for the last 5 years, for me, that's contentment. Okay? If you are in a career where you go to your job and you are happy, and you're happy what you're doing, you love your job, you love the people around you, man, that's a win. So I recognise that that is the win. Okay, I recognise that me going to the gym 3 times a week for 20 minutes is the win. So I don't have to go 5 times a week because that's not what I want to do. I'm happy, I'm content with just doing 3 because actually I feel fit and I feel healthy and I feel like I'm doing something. I don't have to look for another job or set up a side hustle because I feel quite content in my job. So we recognise what those wins are. Does that make sense? And if you're going along here, just comment below, like in if you recognise that, okay? And like one of the guys who said there, still searching for something, and I don't think we can ever feel content until we find that something, and that search always goes on. But that's where we have to work on ourselves, right? The second one is second step is an element of gratitude. And I think sometimes we always stress about where we're not. But if we look at some of the people around the world's such a huge place. You can't fathom just how many people, 8 billion people are, and how every single person has a different thing going on. You know, I think the Russia and Ukraine war is still going on. I never pay any attention to the news. But you think about that, like that culture, that lifestyle, all of those lives that have been affected. Are they content? I definitely don't think they are. Should we feel more content with the life and the opportunities that we have? Possibly. Do you know what I mean? What about other people around the world? And I think when you have a huge connection with gratitude, I think what it does really, it really allows you to be grounded and to be grateful and to be anchored to the opportunities and the things that you've got going on in your life, to allow you to feel more content. Like, we always want more. The problem with not being content is because we always want more. We're always striving for more. It's one of my biggest barriers that I have to overcome for myself personally. You know, always wanting more, always wanting more. Like, and recognising, being grateful that James of 4 years ago would have bit off the arm of me today to be where I am with all of the work that we've put in. So it's being grateful that actually I get to sit here, there's no missiles coming in, I'm allowed to sit here. You know, it's being grateful. I feel content in my environment, and I think that's something that we all need to embrace more. Okay, so the third one is actually know what you want. So I think someone was talking about searching here. I do think it's difficult to find contentment when we're hunting, when we're searching. But we can be content in the process of hunting. Like, we can be content trying to look for our path. And I think that creates us, that search really does create us. The discontent comes when we sit around and we're making excuses and we're not doing what we said we were going to do. That's where people become discontent. We can become content when we wake up and we go, I'm working on myself, I'm figuring it out, I'm moving 1% forwards every single time. And when you try and find that thing that makes you content, like a relationship, or like some form of exercise. So like I'm really content with jiu-jitsu at the minute. That's what I really love doing. Just trying to find that thing and recognise that actually this is the thing that makes me happy. This is the place, this is the thing that puts me in that pool, and I go, yeah, like I feel pretty comfortable here. This is where I want to be. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think it's a consistent process because we evolve, right? Things that we want evolve. Our environments evolve in life. Things evolve in life. And we have to evolve with, we have to evolve with it. Because if we don't evolve with it, then we start to become discontent. We become complacent. And it's important for you to recognise that and understand those things moving forwards, all right? So let's just summarise. So when we're looking at being content, we're looking at three key steps to help us get there. Okay, so the first one I put down is that you're doing, that you're recognising your wins. Okay, that you're recognising your wins, you're recognising your success, you're recognising the things that are going well. Second is the gratitude, being really grateful for the things that you have in your life. And then the last thing is knowing what you want. Knowing what you want. Okay, that's it. That's me for a week. I won't see you next week, and I will see you the week after. Ready to go. Hope you have a great week. Let me know what your number one takeaway was from today. Enjoy yourself, and I'll see you in about 10 days.